Welcome to the Metro Atlanta Chamber as we celebrate the one-year mark from hosting the FIFA World Cup in North America. I mean, let me tell you something. Yes. This process started in 2017, so that's how long we've been on this journey. So we're 1 year away from hosting the World Cup in North America. And we are 369 days away from hosting our first of 8 matches here in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And to celebrate that 1 year mark, if you go outside to International Plaza sometime in the near future, beginning today, you will see a 10-foot tall countdown clock. And it's a great timing for everybody coming in next week, over the next few weeks for soccer matches, to take a good visual photo of the countdown clock to 2026. So we are officially on the clock and very excited. I know we talk about the matches and the visitation and economic impact, but really World Cup for us in Atlanta is an opportunity to celebrate and to show off our people and our culture and the energy and the hospitality that really only Atlanta can bring to large-scale sporting events. And we have a reputation for doing that, and we will continue to do that with the World Cup. The momentum over the years and recently has continued to grow. As we are deep in our planning, we have recently announced in March the launch of our host city poster and our Sonic ID, and we will touch on those today. And we have obviously been involved in daily and weekly planning meetings with FIFA. And the feedback from FIFA is that we are tracking very well, and we are well underway in our preparation for hosting the event. Today is the 1 year mark from hosting World Cup in North America, but it's also a celebration of our planning progress and where we are in the details. In the past, it's been discussion and thinking and ideas, but now decisions have been made. And we're excited to show some of those decisions that have been made here today. And I think it's a great illustration of the broad collaboration that we've seen over the many years and many months, like we always do when we have these big sporting events, from the public sector to the private sector, whether it's the state, the city, our corporate community, U.S. Soccer, which now calls Atlanta home and will be ready to go before the World Cup next year. A lot of organizations have been involved in this, and we have, as you well know, proven time and time again that Atlanta is the premium sports city when it comes to hosting these big sporting events. And I know I say that often. I've been doing this a long time, and I say that many times. But I promise you, we have a reputation of doing things differently here because of the collaboration of the people and the organizations to make these events very successful. So before we get started into the program today, we do have some panels that we're going to bring up some folks and give you some information. I do have a short slideshow that I want to show that kind of provides some insight as to our planning. Some of it's a little bit of a reset, information you may already know, but it's also some new announcements that we're going to provide. So starting off with our Atlanta World Cup Host Committee. On the screen there, you see the organizations that comprise the host committee, just as kind of a reset as to what a host committee does. Anytime a big event comes to a specific city, here in Atlanta particularly, we form under the Atlanta Sports Council a host committee, and we bring in organizations from the stakeholders of that event. The host committee is responsible more for World Cup and other big events for various work streams. It could be safety and security, transportation, traffic management, the stadium, training sites, volunteer programs, signage and decor, sustainability, and many, many others. So as you can see, there's a lot of work streams that have to be done to put on the world's biggest sporting event, and so there's a lot of organizations involved. I will tell you this, if you don't see your logo on that screen, it does not mean that you're not involved. Everybody in this room is involved in putting on the World Cup here in just a year. The next, we'll show you the match schedule. We've seen this many, many times. We've memorized this, but wanted to show you again that we have 8 matches coming in, 5 in the group stage and 3 in the knockout rounds. And I wanted to get a little bit more detail for you here, just as a point of reference, and as we look at the planning, kind of an important granular part of the planning. The days of the week. So June 15th is a Monday, June 18th is a Thursday, 21st is a Sunday, 24th Wednesday, 27th Saturday, July 1st is a Wednesday, the 7th is a Tuesday, and the 15th, our semifinal, is a Wednesday. So most of our matches will be on weekdays, and only a couple on the weekends. The times, not yet official, but the times that we've heard of the matches will either be the 12 p.m. window, 3 p.m., 6 p.m., or 9 p.m., all Eastern. So you've got a flow of days and you've got a flow of times. All of that will be decided in this December when FIFA does the draw. And the draw is when all the teams know where they go. So we will learn as a host city which teams will come to Atlanta for our group stage. We expect the way it's built now that we have potentially 9 or 10 countries coming into Atlanta for our group stage. So it is significant. So when people come here, whether they have a match ticket or they don't have a match ticket, and for our residents all over the state, and quite frankly for the Southeast, when they want to come in, they can participate in our FIFA Fan Fest. We're excited to announce that the Fan Fest will be held in Centennial Olympic Park, which is the living legacy from our '96 Olympic Games. So cool that 30 years later, we're bringing it back to life again, as it has been over the years, but really energizing it with a FIFA Fan Festival. You will hear about a little bit more of that on one of our panels. It is important to note that the Fan Fest is that point where residents and fans can come in and celebrate the sport of soccer, celebrate the World Cup. Even if you don't have a ticket, there's something for everybody at the Fan Fest. So we're really excited about that, and very thankful to the Georgia World Congress Center Authority for taking on the ownership and management of our Fan Fest. Across the street, not a slide I have, but across the street from Centennial Olympic Park is the formerly known as the CNN Center, now the Center. And then that's operated by the CP Group. We're announcing that we're working with the CP Group to have the center serve as our volunteer headquarters during the event. So again, really nice area, close proximity to all the fan activation venues, to the stadium. As we work with FIFA through their volunteer program, we will utilize that space for the volunteer headquarters. And big thanks to Ryan Howard and Star coming from the CP Group and working with us. All right, so we've got some fan locations. We've got the volunteer location. Now, where are the teams going to practice? Where are they going to train? We've got 3 venues serving as team base camps. I'm happy and proud to tell you that Atlanta and the state of Georgia is one of 3 host cities that have 3 team base camps. And big thanks to the Atlanta United. I know Garth is here, Zach Kearns from Kennesaw State, and Daniel from Mercer University are here. Thank you guys for your partnership. Really incredible venues. These venues will serve as the home away from home for teams when they come in and prep for the group stage. Really proud that we are one city and one state that has that has 3. Then you get into a little bit of the art and culture part of the World Cup. As I mentioned earlier, in March we announced our Sonic ID, which is a collection of sounds to create an association for a brand. And so Atlanta's brand, through our Sonic ID, was created by Atlanta's own Dallas Boston. And it's really cool. You've been hearing, you heard it on my little walk-up. You're going to hear it through the transitions today. It launched back on March 6th, and it is available on all streaming platforms. So if you're paying $16.99 a month for Apple, go get that thing. And if it's still a cool thing to crank it up at a stoplight, do that. Do it up. But big thanks to Dallas Austin for creating that. Really, really cool for us. The other fun part of hosting World Cup is the tradition of creating a host city poster. And normally it's a host country poster, right? But in this case, we've got 11 U.S. cities, and every city had the opportunity to create their own poster. And we were really proud to say that Jose Hadafi, who is here today, Jose, thank you, Jose, for creating our host city poster. Really, really incredible response, positive response to your work, so thank you. The poster represents the city and the state, different, highlighting different landmarks and state symbols within it. I will tease another comment coming up. You'll see a station soccer in there, and I know Sanjay is here. But thank you, Jose. We have copies of the poster here if you would like one. Maybe we'll do a little signature, perhaps if we've got time. They are on sale for $19.99. If you were interested in that, FIFA set that price. And if you know FIFA, that's a bargain. So jump on it now. So as I mentioned, we've got venues and fan activations and the cultural part with the music and the art. But really, hosting World Cup is about the legacy and the opportunity as FIFA asked host cities to look at ways of growing the game. And I know that's very important to U.S. soccer as well, now calling Atlanta home. So we have identified 2 ways to, we think, benefit the community through the children of our community. and also grow the sport at the same time. So very thankful to have Kasim, Lapido, and Sanjay Patel from Soccer in the Streets here today. As you know, Soccer in the Streets is an Atlanta-based organization that is committed to empowering the youth of Atlanta through sports, and particularly through soccer. And they do that through their award-winning Station Soccer initiative, which uses unused spaces at MARTA stations and turns them into vibrant soccer hubs. And so we are announcing today that we are going to partner with the Soccer in the Streets guys to support the development of a brand new Station Soccer at the Hamilton Homes MARTA station. If you take a look at the map there, yes? It is on the far left side of the map, just above Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And through the work with Soccer in the Streets and our host committee and our host committee partners, this site will serve as a point where transportation and public spaces and fitness through soccer all come together to benefit the community and give people an opportunity to have access to the great game of soccer. So that's the Metro Atlanta impact. Now, as we like to do here, we like to really promote the fact that these events are held statewide and that they are impacting statewide communities. So in addition to Station Soccer, we are going to announce today that we're working with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Georgia to promote soccer to youth all over the state. And this map indicates the 15 different areas within the state that we'll be working with the different Boys and Girls Clubs in those respective communities. Note that pretty much all points of the state are covered. So really excited about that opportunity and look forward to working with the Boys and Girls Clubs as we develop that program. That is it for my slideshow. So I want to just tell you we've got great panels lined up. The first one is going to be a private corporate supporter program. I'm happy to have a Q&A with two of our early signees for our host city supporter program. But before we get into that, two things. Each got a cookie. Take these home, they're delicious. If you don't want it, leave them, because I've got a family that would like to have those. I've been known to eat quite a few of these, so as you can tell, I love these cookies. But before we get into the segment, we do have something that we want to unveil today, and that is the Atlanta Sizzle Wheel, and it features Atlanta's own Killer Mike. And this will be released later today. Rolling Stone did a story about it today. That's the only city that Rolling Stone is covering in regards to World Cup and our intersection of the World Cup and music and video. So let's take a look at that, and we'll come back with our panel.